Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today the deck list that will maybe get you excited because it's Boros from MTGO Challenge, and this Medlat was actually playing Boros control. So we got the full sideboard, and the rest of the deck is just a full-blown control with very aggressive approach and basically a token sub-team, because you will see Ojer Taq Deepest Foundation used today in games, and oh boy, it will make a difference. So you see this card to full extent, so I'm pretty excited about this one. You probably never did, and so didn't I. So yeah, let's go into games. You have tokens, you have Tocasia's welcome, so you get extra stuff for all the tokens, and this triples the tokens. And it doesn't die unless it is exiled, so pretty cool stuff. So let's go into games. I hope you will have a lot of fun. And I mean, if you aren't subscribed for any reason, this might be the best way to start a new year's. You know, support your favorite creator, or just you can subscribe to this channel and support me. Alright. Hope you had a great fun. Enjoy, guys. Alright, we're going first. Our hand is okay. It's not perfect, it's not horrible, it just is. Double Emperor definitely gives you way more buffer to survive. Fully Jace avatar, fully Jace sleeves. And you know what? Consider me impressed, because this, guys, we actually have a control player on the ladder. There are two of us. Alright, I really want this to go through, and I'm scared that he will counter it. Alright, so this is Zultai Reanimator with this 3 mana Squirmy thing. I think. That's my guess. Yeah, this seems to be the deck. Here's the reanimation target. Well, so we definitely need our Emperors. Okay, very good draw. This is exactly what we need to keep drawing. And Wedding Announcement is not super meaningful. Like if they might reanimate Titan on the next turn and kill it, but you know, there's not much counterplay to the perfect draw with a reanimator. Especially that this deck is pretty rare, so you don't really even care about sideboarding your main deck into this, because it will be like 1 in 40, 50 games, so you just take your chance. Alright, perfect mana. One of the problems with this deck is getting the correct mana, so that's why they play Sunken Citadel. It's actually a decent addition. Yeah, I think for those 3-color decks that don't have a Triumph, that helps a lot. Because you generally don't super care about the tempo itself. Like you care, but you know, it's manageable. But if you don't have the right mana and you just cannot play your game plan, well, that's an interesting addition. Definitely not the card you really want in this build. At least that's how I see it. Like, you don't care about this 3/4 creature, right? Alright. They don't... Okay, so what they will take? Nothing. They will probably get something that gets a random card. They have no targets. Yeah, this is an Emperor turn. We kinda want to kill them in time. I could get lost this, but I think we'll get better targets, and I also don't want to waste, you know, so much mana on so little. Like, this dies anyway on the next turn. He just gets this one effect, and yeah, Seed of Hope makes sense. It still slows him because he won't be able to make a 4 mana play. He might hit the card, but it's a sorcery. Alright then. Alright then, so he takes the Prankster. Unless he really thinks that he can, you know, go with Atraxa. Very good draw. Probably the best he could ever hope to hit with this, you know, milling two cards only. Like, this is the problem with the card. Especially that you play instants. So it is possible. He also plays this Screaming Emergence sorcery. So there is a chance he just... Yeah, here it is. And he's really good at drawing cards he needs. That's insane. He got a Cardo into a perfect card. So we will have to work for this one. For this reason, we try to amp the pressure. We need to create as much stuff as possible. And try to kill whatever he plays. Probably at the end step. We keep making stuff, man. Don't forget, this can burn for 4. And let's see if they shouldn't go for the live game. This is super expensive in this kind of game. Bad draw. We don't need value, we lose at value. We need tempo to try to win before he gets to his value. So that's the game plan. I want to get Lost the Titan when he gets it, if that's Atraxa. I mean, Titan gives a little bit more. That's interesting. Okay. I will. That might help us a little bit, maybe. We lose 4 damage, basically. But we get 1 land. And we slow him. Okay, he had the land, so that... I hope that he won't be able to play this, to be absolutely honest. So, we can play the Emperor and get lost whatever he takes. Alright then. I mean, that's a combo. That's definitely a combo. But he doesn't play Cemetery Desecrator, so it's not like he can flip it. Enjoy your infinite cards, I guess. Yeah, so this will never end. I think we missed the spot. Maybe we will be able to try to hit him. We will make another Emperor and try to burn him. But it's only 4 damage, and without the Anthem effect, we probably won't get there. Like, we needed 1 more turn. I think the turn when he hit Prankster from the Seed of Hope into Screaming Emergence instantly, and this was a bit too much. Because we needed him to, like, do the same thing 1 turn later, so he's dead. Let's see, we played this Emperor, we create as much stuff to hopefully, maybe kill him. So what is the next play? Atraxa? I think what we have to do... Man, if that's not the moment, I don't know what is the moment. And I mean, that's pretty solid board. Let's see if he goes for the lifelinker. I mean, theoretically, we can try to just go insanely wide. What man, this creates 3 tokens and this creates 3 tokens. So 6 tokens, that's what, 9/9? I mean, this is kinda pretty good. But let's see if that's enough. Atraxa life gains 7, so we need to deal 15 damage on top of 1 creature getting blocked. This will get blocked. Alright. So he's trying to get something better than Atraxa? What is the game plan here? I would love him to not cast Reanimation spell, but let's be honest, like, it will happen. I need him to spend as much mana as possible. Every point of mana means that we have more pressure. Especially on things like Seed of Hope that doesn't contribute anything to the board. It gains 2 life though, so it's kinda like blocking a creature for 1 turn. So I guess it's not nothing. I forgot about the life gain part. And my hope is that the Sacred Fire can get him a little bit. Titan, alright. Let's see. Let's see it. Let's see it. He should go for the shield counter. Alright. What is the... Bro, what is the artifact? Oh, they changed their mind. I think they thought one of our cards is an artifact. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe they thought this is an artifact? I don't know. So life gain and the right... Honestly, in the end, they probably went for the best choice. Oh, I'm unhappy about it. I hope they will whiff a little bit. And with the founding of the... They should go on chapter 2. Alright. Let's see. They will probably discard something, right? Okay, good choice. Good choice. That creates a lot of problems for us. We can get it back though, so maybe it's not as bad as it seems. I'm not getting token here, so I need to attack with 3 or more creatures. Alright then. No life gain, so everything that, you know, like the fact that he blocks 1 creature isn't a big deal. With Atraxa it kinda nullifies 3 other creatures. Here he just gains 1. And you can absolutely set in damage. Oh man, I nearly did it. And here it is. Here it is. I think announcement is not a big deal, to be absolutely honest. So what do we do? I think he named it wrong. He should go for chapter 2. So on his turn it's chapter 3 and he can use the, you know, the reanimation spell again. Right now he just mills cards, which does nothing. So this doesn't contribute to pressure, this does, and we can use 6 mana on the next turn to flashback it. Oh, he can flip it, so we need to be careful about this one though. But with 7 blockers, I hope we can make it. Enjoy your milling. I tell you, man, he misjudged the read ahead. It should be chapter 2, so he can hit chapter 3. Now he would get Atraxa for 3 mana. And now he has a full graveyard of stuff that he doesn't want to cast. Oh man, we have actually a fair shot at this game. Absolutely love it. Man, whenever you see your opponent on the verge of dying and his last turn, and then he taps mana doing nothing, like, you know it's getting closer. We definitely don't want invasion flip. The lifelink is big deal. And I have to say, Ojer kinda won us the game. The fact that it's only 4 mana total for a 6/6 that gives us Emperor triple token, like, this is the extra power we got this turn. Like, it's a lot. It's 12/12 in stats basically. And not only this, but we can burn him with Sacred Fire. I could kinda kill the Rhino, and you might say in the comments, Sloth, why didn't you burn the Rhino? Okay, he still has it. Not perfect. Not perfect. But I wanted this to be a surprise, because I hope usually when you know, push your opponent to nearly dying, he might go to this 1 life based on the battlefield. When you show him this, he's not going, you know, to -1. And this way you can sometimes cheat the win that you shouldn't have, and nobody is playing around Sacred Fire, you know? It's not the card that, you know, defining the meta. Sure, very smart. He's using every mana, and he got unlucky. He wanted the counter, because that... Yeah, and he's dead on board, not even seeing Sacred Fire. Alright guys, so we are on the draw. We have some Sunset Revelry, so that's looking okay. I think it's pretty good curve, like, we'll open with Revelry, and on this part of the season you probably should expect way more aggro than normally. So, I mean, we play our land for the turn. With Collector's Vault we're pretty good against, you know, slower control decks as well, but... well, we have probably like 2 turns to live right now. Because this will be buffed to oblivion very quickly. They don't have the Picnic Radar, it seems. Sunset Revelry will be huge here. Like, I think they can pump it to like 12. They were probably counting if they can kill us on like 2 turns. Weird that they didn't play anything. Well, we are still playing our stuff, and that helps a lot. Yep. Sure. Alright, so a lot of cards potentially. So we probably want to go into Farewell slowly. I think they gave up on the plan to kill us super quickly and just try to play, you know, the overwhelming game of just throwing way too much damage that, you know, we cannot buffer simply. I think that's the idea, but we'll see, we'll see. They definitely have trample in many ways. Sure. They definitely want to pump it, so they will probably play something that gives it 2 toughness, so I'm thinking if I should double block here. What is the next turn's play? Duelist. So if they go Monstrous Rage, that actually really helps. I will go for it, man. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but I think that's not something they expected yet. Now we trade. Yep, and now, man, we are nearly dead. Just want to point it out, we're nearly dead. Easy, just a casual 9 damage. Yep, here we go. If not Sunset Revelry, we would already die. So, yeah, that's cool. I think we go with the Duelist, right? We need to get this value going. I would love to go with Treasure Map. I mean, we could scry a card, but we are like so far from Farewell. We could main phase the Duelist then, right? They play something. I'm scared of haste, but they usually don't play haste creatures as much. If I kill with the Duelist, I might miss the land drop. But let's try it, let's try it. I think we have quite a lot of value here, and even 1 land in few next turns is already the Emperor, so I think it should be okay. Portal, super aggressive. And here we are, 1 mana. I'm not sure if they can put 2 toughness with 1 mana, unless they have a giant growth. So let's see. Let's pain ourselves, because that's great. Alright, that was good. Land? Not very good at magic. So now we have to go treasure map, try to hit our land. So it's looking a little bit bleak just on our draws. Like, we definitely do not draw what we want. Here's the haster. See? If we had Duelist, we would just kill it instantly. But if you are bad at magic and you cannot draw lands every turn, this is what you get. So land looking super hot. I really hope that he won't have more creatures, especially ones with haste. So not looking great. I mean, it kinda kills it. And this is bad. This is bad. So this lets me scry. And you know what? My draw is so bad that I actually will go for it. I could also go Duelist. Well, that's actually huge. I'm not scrying them, but I'm getting the lifelink. I'm losing the damage though. Alright, so I think we go torch the tower, go to 1. Oh, it's going great so far. I think we try to go for the treasure map thing. Maybe I should just kill it instantly before he can pump it, but he only has two cards, man. But yeah, maybe that was better, because right now he doesn't need to pump it. I'm considering right now going for 3, because if he has Monstrous Rage, he can kill us through towards the tower. Oh, I should just main phase it, that was my mistake. We could bargain, of course, but that means we lose the treasure map, so that's really bad. It really depends, like, if he has giant growth, he wins. If he has Monstrous Rage, this will have 3 toughness, so this kills it, this doesn't. Alright, I'll go like this. Okay, so that didn't work out. He didn't have anything to pump it. So I could just go get away with Torch the Tower and flip the treasure map, so big deal, big deal. But hopefully we can kill this one as well. And they do not run as many. Okay, finally a land. Also, it's a good land because now we don't need to pain ourselves. Alright, looking better. Now we go with the Duelist. Okay, so you can only have once the lifelink, you know? It doesn't double, I believe. So we just go like this. He didn't have pump spell before, so now we don't need to play around stuff. He can only get 1 extra card from this, and he probably will try to pump it, because otherwise he cannot really attack. Alright, see? And now we won the game. Because now he loses the Picnic Runner as well. And that was a 2-for-1. And with the lifelink. And that's it. That's game. With Duelist we will absolutely stabilize very quickly. And with treasure map we have enough mana, I believe. Not super over, probably. There probably is some kind of draw that still wins him. And double white. This means I don't need to pay myself. I will actually take it. Emperor should be good enough. Emperor should be good enough, and we missed land drop, so we actually want, you know, to keep going. I'm definitely not using Mirrex. Like, we don't care about this kind of stuff. Definitely not land. Alright, now we have a lot of stuff. So, I think we don't really need to attack. We go with the Vault, and in the worst case we play the Emperor out of treasures. If not, we just use Collector's Vault, probably. They usually don't play Burn, because their Burn is like pumping creatures. And I don't think we need Farewell anymore. Pretty decent draw, but we want something that burns. That's the point. Land is okay. Let's start drawing. Like, we have enough mana, we just need one burn spell. This is okay, this is a removal. If I played this, I can Ganja, I cannot Emperor. I actually want a tapped creature, because if he has, for some reason, burn spell, we can just life gain from our stuff. And I want to keep playing an Emperor. I think we go like this. Mirrex and Mirrex. Don't forget we are doing 2 cards a turn. Now we have a blocker, and now we have life gain if we really have to. And he's falling super behind very quickly. So now it's more of a cleanup duty, and we should be absolutely fine. We don't need more, we don't even need the first one. I could play Emperor and, you know, amp the pressure, but we don't need it. I'm doing it mostly to draw a card with Wedding Announcement. Colorless. Like, we don't have too much court mana, so we need to be careful about it, unless we want to burn treasures. Drawing one burn spell that gets us to like 7 is the win con. So we could close the game on different ways, but this is how I prefer to play it, because I don't think they can burn us. And that means they're absolutely out of the game. We draw card first. Now we use this. With treasures we are always like sure that we can use the Emperor or something. We definitely don't need the Painland. Alright. Now we attack with one creature, because then we'll draw more cards. And we don't even need the Emperor. We are drawing so many cards every turn. Okay, I wanted Sacred Fire, to be honest, because that life gains, I believe, 4. I would need to remember the text, but I believe it's 4. And here he is, with his little creatures trying to be super aggressive. Sure. Absolutely fine, my friend. After the combat phase, so they cannot give haste with anything. That's good. Actually, we'll play the Emperor. We have enough treasures, so we can just play around everything. And this gives us the life gain, so I can, you know, be more aggressive for the next turns.
You're just underwhelming.
Alright, life gain up to 5. And after the combat phase, so we should be absolutely safe. Let's draw some cards. One Sacred Fire wins the game instantly. It's already won, but you know, it wins even more. Alright, we go with... I mean this one. Then we trade. That's a lethal. Alright, bro. I know red players don't block, but it's getting too far. Alright, that was an interesting game. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright guys, as always, on the draw, but I kinda like this one, because we have Sunset Revelry and Celestus, so we have pretty good mana base, and we should be able to survive. The Wedding Announcement is probably the first thing, unless we are playing against a very passive deck. Like, this is more of a defensive card, because it can block. This can only attack, so if you cannot kill your opponent in time, it does nothing, so that's, you know, the downside. But in the optimal situation, you get so much value, but it's just nearly unbeatable. Alright, Sunset Revelry. I don't think we'll draw a card ever. Oh, I don't have a Painland. So, is it worth 2 creatures? You know what? It is, because, alright, the reasoning. Because we will play Wedding Announcement into Wedding Announcement, and we will create so many creatures. Like, our board will be like 24/24 in 4 turns. So that's the idea. Hopefully it works. He has green, so I'm a little bit scared, because if he plays the, you know, Catilda or whatever it is that gives the Mana Dork ability, this can be rough. Alright, that's good. He's on the play, so he gets a little bit more value from the Wedding Announcement. And now the big card. Normally I would play Celestus, but we don't have any 4-drops. We don't care. And now this is the question of, do we want to try to kill him and waste 1 turn? I honestly don't think we have a room. I think we go Wedding Announcement, because it's already late, because we are on the draw. Like, on the play we could go for the Forge maybe. That would be, you know, this 1 turn we are missing right now. Oh, blue. Scary. I'm happy I played it turn before. And here are the creatures. It is possible that we still go farewell, but the problem is we don't have this mana. And he's smart, he knows that he wants to trade the creatures while he can. And because this is 2 turns until it flips, we have to trade. If we're on the play, this would be at 2, and I would just need to wait 1 turn. Man, is it really worth it? Like, we're saving a lot. I think we go for it, man. Being on the draw is super hard, man. You need to just alter your whole gameplay to, to accommodate. Still missing clans. Not great. Not great. I think we go Wedding Announcement. Those are the setup cards. So you want to get them out as soon as possible. And then we probably either take the damage because we are at 20. Or just chomp block, if that would be like 7 power or something. Then on the next turn we hopefully draw a land, we play Celestus, and we get lost. That means we get full mana usage, we ramp 2 mana for the next turns, enabling farewell, and oh boy, that's interesting, because when we are playing kinda the token deck, like, I see so many token decks, but that's just a coincidence. Honk. I do a creator. I mean, alright. Okay, so what is the card? It's interesting. We'll see, we'll see. So we have 2 extra tokens on the next turn. Yeah, this is brutal, man. This is brutal. I mean, we could just take the damage. I really need to draw land, man. Alright, I think we can block everything on the next turn as well. He might have some Anthem effect, but on the next turn our creatures will be way better. There will be insane amounts of creatures though. So scary. I could torch the tower. Man, missing land drop sucks. The problem is that if I attack with the creatures, yeah, I draw 2 cards and I get a land, but I cannot play it on this turn. And that means on the... like, we won't be quick enough with farewell. I think we need to play Celestus. This is our manual land, and torch the tower or something. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we need definitely... okay, so the strategy is that we try to survive until farewell, and the problem is that it's 2 turns at least. Even with perfect draws, and so far we are not getting those. Alright. That's kinda okay. This is a card that scales into future turns, doesn't really get any benefit on this turn. And theoretically we might kill Adeline with the Storage Tower. We can also triple trade. Yep, and that will trigger the hideaway, I believe. Well, let's read the card, I guess. 10 or more creatures. Wow. Well, he will definitely have 10 creatures. And this is the turn when we shoot farewell and win the game. But you need to draw lands for this one. And if you are very bad at Magic, you are not drawing those. Well, he definitely gets some life gain. Fortunately, he can activate each trigger only once, so it's not the biggest deal. Definitely bigger deal is 15-5 attacking us. And as the true problem of this game is just we didn't draw lands. We would absolutely win this otherwise. Right now we might lose. So definitely this, right? I also scry. I need to survive 2 turns somehow. So on the next turn I flip again. But I don't believe there's any way I'm not dying. Still, this is probably the best deal. There is a chance we... oh, no, we cannot draw land and the Sunfall. Like, it's one or the other. And we use the creature. It's not perfect for 2-turn aggression, right? Because we have 1 less blocker on the next turn. Bro, still no lands, man. It's 1/5 of my deck already. So I'm playing like 15 lands right now. And I play more. I definitely play more. Even with Celestus, right? So, well, I need a land into farewell, into Sunfall, but I need them in 1 draw. both in one draw. So I don't think we can get away with this. There's too many creatures. Like, he's also on the play. So even if we got mana screwed, but he was on the draw, I could see us coming back from this, but okay, that's Ancient Imperizars. Because why not? Well, do you think we play lands in our deck? I will actually just try to hit a land, man. This is my only strategy. So this is one of the games that you should absolutely win, but you won't. Cool. Let's show our opponent that we hit Farewell all the time, and we're 1 mana out from casting it. And that's it. We have 5 mana, and we need 6 to win the game. So let's go another. Alright, we are going first, finally, and we have really nice draw. With Collector's Vault and Celestus and some life gain removal, we should be absolutely fine. So we will see what the next draws are, but the start is promising. And also no pain lands, so we don't need to, lose any life from this sweet life game. And our opponent is struggling with his hand. Let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. So, first we need to see the matchup Orzhov, so they might not play cards. We go Collector's Vault, and I think we go Forge on the next turn to create pressure. You want to hit as soon as possible. And so this is probably not a control deck. Listen, I'm going for it. The faster we start, the faster we kill the guy. And like a true aggro player, we just press the button. We just press the button. So of course this turn did nothing, but it sets up every other turn in the game, and suddenly we'll be way more powerful. Well, I see how it is. So this will have to be Sunfall. I think we are in decent spot, man. Okay, so I'm playing like this because I think that will encourage him to block. I really want him to block. And this creates pattern that your opponent never knows if you are just pressing the button for no reason or you actually have something. And this is one of the reasons we attack last turn. Like, sometimes you want to attack even if it doesn't do anything, if there is possibility that you have something that makes this attack, like, reasonable. I don't like you. But you know what? It's actually okay. It actually is okay, just thanks to the treasure from Collector's Vault, and that means we get to Sunfall. Really, really good. Man, he knows that his life is like on a thread. Vigilance, so he tries to play around Emperor, I believe. That's the only reason. That will be a lot of damage, but it's not enough damage. And the treasure, the 1 mana that wins you the game. I will go with Sacred Fire. I love the card, but it has some value in the graveyard. Oh wow, I'm so good at Magic. I play the card. I played the card. Well, imagine being on the draw. We would lose this game if we were on the draw, by the way. Alright guys, after the games, and I'll have to say that I have some feelings after playing the deck. I would change it in some ways, like I think it's like really tuned to best of 3, for example. Forge sometimes is just feeling not great. It synergizes very well with Ojer Taq, however it is hard to use, especially if you are on the draw. So I probably would get some Mondrax. I think that I would go with the Mondrax, honestly. Sorry, Barbuda. We are going with some Mondrax, because that kinda does the same thing as Ojer, right? And it's way cheaper. So it's like a mid-range version of this, win con that we have. So I would actually remake this version and, try something else. What I liked about the deck is actually Ojer Taq really did the job in one of the games. And yeah, we didn't really use Tocasia's Welcome because we are only playing 2. I was considering that maybe we should more, like 2 felt a little bit, not too many. I really enjoyed Sacred Fire. I'm not sure how much we played it, but it was useful overall and I like the card. With the Duelist, Duelist did a lot of job. Like, I think this card is pretty legit. Like, it seems that overpricing by 1 mana, the removal, hurts. but in reality, usually you find a way to just make it work, especially with Torch the Tower. You can later just play it and Torch the Tower something and life gain, and that really helps. In one of the games, like, it kinda saved us, I feel. So overall, the deck is fun, but I think it could be refined a little bit. That's my honest feeling, and maybe we'll revisit this version, because I think the main core of the deck is super fun. You could see that when we start tripling all the value, all the tokens, like, we get insane whiteboard. Like, you can make 50 creatures very easily with this one. And Emperor -1 is so good to just trigger, you know, the tripling. I really think that Mondrak could be useful in this version. It's also a very buffy creature, so it helps trade. Especially with Wedding Announcement, it can trade against Shrouded, so that will often be the case. We probably need some more removal against Shrouded. That's something that hurt. I didn't super like Treasure Map because we usually push for tempo. Collector's Vault on the other side with this extra treasure token saves some games, and it just gives you the right card. So yeah, I think this could be shaped in different versions, depend on what your style is. I am not talking about the sideboard because, you know, I'm not the best of 3 player, but yeah, seems sense. I'm not sure what the needle is for, to be absolutely honest. I don't see it very often in the sideboards. Maybe there's something, but it doesn't hit most of the stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, guys, as always. Thank you for all the wishes, and I really appreciate that you take time to write those comments, to like, to share, to watch the videos, and you are absolutely awesome. So thank you for that, and see you tomorrow.